Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and the Japan campaign. And where we left off, we were building ourselves up, we were doing some lovely tech work, and we were beginning to consider how we want to organise the Navy. And well, things are coming along quite nicely. So we've got some ships that are coming online, which is no bad thing at all. Yet another submarine. And we're doing just over 60% of our upgrades queue, which is quite nice. So hopefully we're slowly but surely getting some of our units and things to get up to the next level. In fact, I can see a load of percentages and things ticking up quite nicely, so that's good. And you know what, I will take that. Let's do another couple of subs. And build them all out, that's good. And we're up to 69%. Giggity. And okay. I'm now wondering to split off some of those other units relatively soon. Okay, so mass events. That's finished. Got a 36 level there to keep going with. Cruiser, medium anti-air, yeah, that's good with me. Do a nice little party rally. So we lose 100 money, 1,000 supply, and we gain a nice bit of a reduction. And a little bit of daily descent change, -1, which is also good. And we're doing 72.5%, which is, that is good. We'll take it, I think. And I know we've had some things, by the looks of it, finish up. We'll nearly get there. Range finding equipment, yeah, both of you are good. Cruiser heavy anti-air, we could do HE ammunition and AP. And I'm expecting the next Hiraga event to pop up relatively soon. It'd be great if we could get rares over 10,000 before too long. That would make me very happy. We're going to need to turn our attention towards the army relatively soon as well, I think. We're going to need to do a little bit of reorganization. I probably will do that off camera. Just because it can be a little bit dry and I like to normally have something on in the background whilst I'm doing that. But yeah, all in all, I think we're doing pretty good. And on the 17th of June, it looks like we'll have the education investment finish, which is lovely. And we're still making really good money too. So nearly at 6 grand. And how are the communists doing? They're still taking their sweet ass time expanding. They haven't taken the horses yet, which is probably the one major thing I really want them to grab. Basic education advancement, and yeah, advanced there, that sounds good. And we've nearly got enough supply if we do want to do like a major event. Okay, and yeah, I can see some extra leadership has popped into the fore. Do civil defense. So I think we will. And we get radios 2 up and running nearly. Yeah, and still a relatively large amount of production and things for upgrades that's going through. But a little bit of a reduction at 37. It's not the worst I've seen. It did top out at about 140. Industry advance, very good. We'll let it ride. Okay, and I'm recording this one quite late. It's about 20 to 12. It's one of my old recording time zones that I would use. And we're up 75% now, so it just gets better and better. Okay, and let's have a little look through. So, down here, I think all of you, we want to bring you over. And same thing with you. And with you. And then, yeah, let's get all of these units. We won't do the reorganization, but we will at least get everyone together in one spot. Okay, so just you. Get you all down to Nagoya. And then we'll have a little think about how we want to distribute troops and the like in a bit. We probably want a very strong motorized force to push here, because there's some nice plains over there. And we'll want some cav to do something similar. Like some units to do a little work down here. Right, so radios. Okay, at 38, that's good. And doing a nice bit of industry. We'd go AP ammunition going. Alright, cruiser fire control. Definitely worthwhile. Okay, and these are all of our, I guess you could call, top of the line divisions. Okay, and a nice further 7 IC freed up. And a new shiny carrier to add to the fleet. Not bad. Not bad at all. And even the music has gone triumphant. For some unknown reason. So hydrophone is a yes. Broadcasting and monumental architecture are both yeses for different reasons. Submarine sonar. Yeah, okay. And cruiser damage control. Do we want to build pocket battleships? We'll at least give ourselves the option to. We may not want them, but we'll build... We'll at least get the tech going. Okay, and then we're going to want to think about leadership soon enough. Okay, and then we've got small warship engine. And capital ship light anti-air. We can get secondary guns up and running. And then we'll wait for that last unit to arrive. And then we can probably get going with some army upgrades relatively soon. I mean, we are obviously doing the simple upgrades, but... Right, new monumental building. And, yeah, more research progress. So that's good. Going to jump a little bit into supply for a minute, because we've got the plans now. And small warship ASW. Okay, that's good. And we can do medium anti-air technology. Okay, and there's Soryu. Okay, and I don't think it will take us too long to get up to our desired supply level. And normally I would do news and politics, and to be honest with you, I still think that that's worthwhile at the moment. We are really struggling with that party popularity, so anything we can do to help. And I'm hoping we get enough supply in a minute to do what we want to do. Yeah, and we'll get the university. Go. So it's going to net us a little bit of additional leadership. Never a bad thing. There we go. And then there goes Abyssinia. Okay, fuck it. We'll do that like that. And I think we'll do screws. Yeah, both of you. And you know what? We'll chuck you on as well if you're going to be a quick turnaround, which it looks like it is. And when we get to 5,000, I think we'll have enough supplies to where I'll be happy just to kind of kick on. And... you know what? We will order you. And we'll put you at the top. With a full production queue like that. And we'll go from there, because 38 is a very quick turnaround time for a ship like you. And in fact, let's split off all of the destroyers that we want to upgrade. So the level 1 and level 2 destroyers I would say are definites for an upgrade program. We'll bring you over here. And then we'll also bring the coastal battleships at the same time. Because all of those, I think we want to be working with. Okay, take machine gun focus off. And then do dual purpose guns over here. Okay, and we're at the 5,000 mark, so happy with that. Let's chuck a little bit more into consumer goods and just clear down that right now. Should only take a few days to get rid of it. And we'll be back over 5,000 money again in a jiffy. All in all, you know, we are progressing well. Just wish they would take the horses. You know, I'm quite liking this giant communist blob. Okay, and let's do... surface detection should be okay. Maybe the air attack? Just to give a little bit more defense. Yeah, we'll do that. Give a little bit of extra sea attack, because at the end of the day, that's what we're going to want out of them. And then a little bit more energy. Okay, and where are we at? 58. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty good. How's your national unity looking? 93.8. So we are pulling that down a little bit through subversive action. Okay, and we will send help to Spain. We'll send a big nationalist boost, and we'll send troops for the Spanish nationalists. There we go, and there's our production back. And then we can put a little bit more into our into the upgrades again. So it's mainly camouflage designs by the looks of it that we're waiting on. And we got another ship there, and kept both of you for damage control. Happy with that. Carrier wise, double hangar, yes please. And then number 10. And then both of you contributing 5 IC between you, so another 10 will get freed up. So that'll take you up to about 88% production for upgrades. And a lot of it is camouflage designs at the moment. Right, high density alloys. Let's get catapults. Okay. And no, I don't want to trade tungsten. Whenever I think of tungsten, I think of that like robot thing from that one episode of The Simpsons. It's what, like, screams in my brain, like, whenever that comes up. Okay, and I'm loving the 10k here. That is really good. It's nice to have extra of everything. It'd be even nicer, to be honest with you, if more of the upgrades would finish up. Although, to be fair, that number's come down a little bit. 123 is lower than it was. So, maybe there are a few things finishing up across all of our units. Right, once the camouflage designs finish, and like more of the jungle warfare equipment gets done, all of that together, and we might start getting somewhere. Right, airport capabilities, we will do that one, even though it's a bit of a reduction in IC. And let's do closed hangar safety procedures, not procedures. That's not a word. And that nets us a little bit more air organization. Oh, we're at 118. We are making headway. That's another 4 IC freed up, so some stuff finished. Alright, battle cruiser class and the secondary guns. Okay, so you know what? We will let that one ride. I like the heavy armor forging that's about to finish up. Okay, and let's get battleship armor thickness. If we can start building better battleships, that is no bad thing at all. Okay, first Moscow show trial. Okay, so expand our manufacturing industry, I would say yes, and our training centers, and we can nationalize the private sector. Let's get the next level of battlecruiser class up, and battlecruiser armor, and then we can get back round to carrier tech. In fact, battlecruiser armor's already got some bonuses on it, so that's good. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, 116. Still coming. Okay, so we've got some extra supply factories, and a little bit more officer recruitment. And we'll always take the additional starting experience. So, nice little bit of extra there. And then, yeah, Secretary of Public Information. All of that looks good. Can do some carrier stuff then, so I'm happy with all of this. Carrier hull and you, both good. Do new projects. Just need a little bit more supply for that. And then we've got the new small news and politics. And then some more welding and other technologies coming online pretty pronto-ish. Oh, I thought some of them would be done on the 7th, but I was wrong. And both of those will keep running. Right, we're sitting at needing a little bit of reinforcement, which is a shame, but that's okay. Some more text finishing up. So truck and primer, that's good. Under industry, that's also good. Under armor, hard plate thickness, yeah. And carrier screws. And we're at 104. So we've made a dent. I would imagine the camouflage designs will be done soon. Yeah, 85.4, so not long. And that bit of IC efficiency should help as well. Every little. Right, we're nearly at 100%. So we're nearly in a position where we can start thinking about how we want to build up our infantry units and things pretty soon. So I'm going to take all of the Marines, first of all. And I'm going to position them over here. Then I'm going to take all of the light infantry. And I'm going to do something similar and position them over there. Okay, and then the infantry, and by that I mean the basic infantry, so you don't count, and neither do you, but you need motorization. So we're going to move you that way. Okay, and then put a little bit more into supplies just for a few minutes while we build up. move out you, and then you can go over there as well. And we've got 1 cavalry unit. Yeah. Right, we'll take the first Jade unit. And we'll wait for the timer to run. And then we will reorganize it. Still 100 hours away. Right, 500-gram bomb. Carrier bulkheads. And a little bit more in the old supply front. Okay, and then a lot of these units are going to need a little bit of work on them to bring them up to stuff. That's fine. We've definitely got the resource to do that in a moment. I'm hoping that light cruiser will cause the other one to finish up at the same time. That would be lovely. And the fact that we've got you down to 96, doing up 108 odd units, not bad. And we are freeing up more and more production. So you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. You, my dear friends, are less good. So if we were to give you a motorized element there and take that away from you, and then we can't upgrade that. So I'm thinking another recon unit maybe? Yeah, something along those lines. And then we bring you over there. You'll be our motorized element, because I'm liking the look of tank destroyer and an armored engineer there. So let's start with this guard unit. So we can give you an armored car and this. That fills you out. And for you, we can give you an armored car and that. And then you can have that one. Probably want something else as well, like maybe another little thing there, or actually an engineer. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe the artillery comes out. Then again, you've got artillery. Maybe we give you the armored car and put you over there. So you're nicely organized. You're nicely organized, but we need you to be probably a motorized infantry. And an armored engineer. And a truck. And then it's probably a similar thing with you, where we need you to be a truck as well. Let's go trucks. Okay, let the motorization begin. And another heavy cruiser due out soon as well. Everything is coming out the way we want it to. So, you've got 7. You've got 7. You've got 7. You've got 7. You don't have 7 and an AA, which isn't great. So, we'll take out the AA and reuse that for something else. And you've got 7. You've got 7. You've got 7. You've got an extra mix support that you don't need. That will move over with you. And you've got probably 1 too many things. You don't need 2 artillery, so we'll move the medium and put it over there. And you're organized. Yeah, again, the AA, not my favorite thing. So, recon cav, you're fine, and you're fine. So, we need a recon cav for you, and a recon cav for you. And a recon cav for you, so we're up to... So we need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, you can actually... Sorry. You can all go. You, my friends. Where was that unit? Let's hit the sword. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can get 4 recon cavs. Just take a bit out of the upgrades to do it for a sec. And then what are we lacking here? So first of all, I hate anti-air. With a passion. So that's going away. And we need 7 recon there. Okay, that's fine. We might be able to strip some out of these, depending on if we want to motorize them or not over there. Right, so twin engine bomb bay. And carrier protection, all good. Right, incendiary bomb. So we'll have 14 infantry divisions relatively nicely set up soon enough. And they'll start to form the vast majority of our units. Okay, and want to put a little bit more in production. I'm thinking armored car for these guys. And we got the pack artillery already. Armored car and anti-tank. Make them a little bit better at hard attack. Yep, sounds good. And I think we'll be getting our next Hiraga thing soon. Right, battlecruiser armor thickness. Carrier vertical protection. Okay, and then so the majority of you need engineers and recon. Or anti-tank and recon, actually. I mean, the engineers would be good. Depends what we think they're more likely to be running into. The anti-tank might be better in the future. And we'll move you out. Okay, nice. That's good. So we've built out now several divisions. Now it's a case of building out the motorized units a little bit more. Okay, and we're waiting for that, next heavy cruiser to finish up. And then we'll have nearly 300 naval assets. So Hiraga's new designs. Thank you very much. And I think we'll call it an episode when that heavy cruiser gets built. I think that's a nice end point for this one. We'll finish up on that. Because then we've only really got the one naval ship available. And we're doing a decent amount of rebuild. And it's good to see, like, you know, good historical build-up in the way that we want, for the most part. I mean, some of this is a little bit suspect, I will admit. Still not sure if I'm building enough like army. I'm wondering whether or not as well we need to think about some light armor, but I won't quibble too much about that. Could probably build quite a hard tank division, to be fair. So if I was to put light armor, I mean the specialized infantry are just as fast as that light armor. And then an armored engineer with light vehicle and armored car, and then I don't know, a nice bit of artillery. Just the one would cost 25, but it would be pretty good at fighting, to be fair. If we didn't do the light vehicle and we did the truck transport, that's even better. How about the tank destroyer? 25%. That's a pretty strong, hard division, to be honest. Kind of thinking that might be a nice one to build. A good breakthrough unit for over here, but we'll see. Right, 8 days and we'll get our next cruiser out. And you'll be done in October, so not long. No, don't want to do that trade. No, thank you. Okay, and we're up to 85% nearly. At 84, that's pretty good. And yeah, and another 5 will get freed up soon, so yeah, we'll be doing pretty much all we can as efficiently as we can. There's an absolute raft of destroyers that I really want to get sorted and dealt with. On the 16th, the tank destroyer tech ends. And it's nice to have yet more stuff finish off, because getting the army upgraded would be lovely. I will see that as a bloody good job if we get that all done in 36. Still looks like there's a lot of camouflage designs to roll out. And here comes the heavy cruiser. And carrier armor thickness, sure thing. Right, there's the heavy cruiser. And then there's the little bit extra for the upgrade crew and the production fields. So, I will just go forward one further day, and then I will call it an episode there. Really appreciate everyone watching this series. If you're enjoying it, leave a like and subscribe as ever. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.